I'm live already. I didn't even put my headset in yet. Headset, and it's just these little... Can you hear me now? Oh, I didn't hear the thing. Just put both, just to be on the safe side. I don't hear it. Hello? I don't hear anything. Not even myself. I don't know. Nobody's on here with me anyway. Hello? Having headset issues. That's a great start to this evening. I haven't done a Friday live. I haven't done any live in a while, so... My goodness, there's already 4 people watching. Hi! Hi from Ocala. Hello! It is cold weather. It's like one of the few days that we actually have of cold weather, so I am drinking some hot cocoa. So I don't know about you guys, but I have to have like all sorts of stuff in my hot cocoa. I've got like almond joy coffee creamer. I almost put whipped cream all over, but I didn't want to have it like all over my face for this. So you can't just do like hot chocolate. You gotta like go full on. But it is freezing outside and it's getting colder every minute. And I mean, I'm not cold in here, but it feels like I should be cold because it's cold. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't like it. I'm ready for warm weather again. It's just too much. I heard it was supposed to get like into the 20s tomorrow. I ain't doing that. I don't do cold weather. I have not done a live in so long. I missed you guys. I am just kind of relaxing at home. I don't know. What are you guys doing? Are y'all out and about? Hopefully not. It's cold outside. I'm chilling. -2? Oh, no, 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 no. Nope. I'm ready for my 60 degrees, which it will be in a couple of days. Hi. Oh no, -2. That's painful. That's painful to even think about. No, I'm gonna hug my hot cocoa. I think it's like maybe 40 degrees outside right now. I don't know. 11 degrees in New York. Ugh. Okay, now is that New York? Is that New York State? Because those are 2 different things. Like, I know Buffalo, y'all get some crazy snow over there. Whew. I mean, I was in like, I don't know. I went in I had like some kind of, there was a mortgage event. It was like a grand opening, suburb outside the city. Oh, okay. So you're like right there. All right. So, yeah, they had a grand opening over at a mortgage company called NRL, and we love them. They're awesome. And their office is only like a block away from us now, which is crazy. Like, we could have walked there. But we're over there tonight. They had their grand opening. They had a tent set up in the parking lot, and they had like food trucks. They had a taco truck, which of course I win because it's a taco truck. Hello. And then they had Big Lee's barbecue. 20. Okay, so you're Queens, New York, and Ocala, Florida is going to have the same temperature this week, or at least tomorrow. Ugh. 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 No. Ooh. No. But they had this whole event that was at like 5 o'clock. No, it was like 4 to 7 or something. So we went over there. It was freezing cold. I mean, I was in short sleeves and I was outside and everything. So, you know, I survived. I had a jacket, but I had my leather coat, but my daughter, I didn't have time to take her back home and come back. So she just went with me. I swear, she does more networking events than probably most adults do. She looks like she's 20, but anyway, so she was at the event. Well, she didn't bring her sweater. So what is mom to do? So I gave her my coat and I froze. I mean, it was cold. I don't do cold at all. But yeah, I'd say it was probably a good 40 degrees outside. So I came home, and even though I'm nice and warm and everything now, I just feel I don't know. You guys, you know it more than I do. I don't know. If we have anything less than 60 degrees, we go for like a parka or just don't go outside. Like, that's it. Nope, everybody's out. We're not doing it. We only have it. Ocala is weird. It's like right on the borderline between like tropical and like, you know, northern temperature. We're just right there in the middle. So sometimes we'll get a freeze And no snow or anything, but like a freeze. It's 20 up in Rhode Island. Come down here. We only get it a few days. So everybody looks forward to it. It's like our big deal, you know. Oh, the weather is cold. The weather is cold. Y'all are all sharing your temperatures. It's making me cringe. That's just, ooh, no. Actually, I had, the question is, can you do a video on the different loans, especially USDA? We actually had new agent training, because I personally believe that my agents better be the most educated out of everybody out there. Like, I have a very high standard for education with my agents. I don't want to see, I don't know, or making it up as I go along. Ooh. No, I see too much of that stuff out there, and the information is readily available. So you better be educated. Anyway, so I really push education. So every Friday we have either me talking or some, like a lender or something like that, and they'll just, you know, really explain things. So the lender today was Deanna Chosewood over at Guaranteed Rate Mortgage. And she's awesome. She does a lot of work with us and stuff. She's just so knowledgeable. She's been doing it for like 13 years, I think she said. So she was talking about the differences between USDA, VA, FHA, and conventional, and then jumbo loans, and what all the stipulations are and stuff, and some of the grants you can get, and how long you have to wait after foreclosure and stuff like that. Oh, good. Okay. Lexi says she's coming down to, Lexi's my daughter's name too, so that's funny. She says she's coming down finally to Florida, so that's exciting. Welcome, Lexi. You better call me if you're coming down here. Okay. So yeah, USDA, one of the things that we were actually talking about, we were kind of laughing because it was like, sometimes we'll have, somebody wants to use, you know, a lender that they're familiar with, that, you know, can do a mortgage down in Florida, and they try to use that lender. But even here in Florida, like if you get a lender from Miami and you ask them to do a USDA loan, they have no idea. Like, they have no idea. But our lenders up here that we're used to, they're local, they all do USDA loans like every day. USDA is not it's not just the stamp on beef, okay? It's the U.S. Department of Agriculture. So what they do is they have a rural development program. And because Ocala is considered rural, it is really, truthfully, it's a horse country, as long as it's not within the city limits. So if you go into the city limits of Ocala, none of that qualifies for USDA because that's actually a city. But if you go anywhere in the county, and all of like Citrus County, I think all of Levy County, a lot of the surrounding counties, the entire county, doesn't matter if you're in the city or not, because they still consider those cities country. Anyway, like Denellen is considered country. But yeah, they will actually do a loan with no money down. No money down. I don't think they have any limits on it. I'll have to check my notes from Deanna. But they will actually do all of that. And it's fantastic. I think they go as low as a 580 credit score. And it's basically to help with people that are in rural areas to purchase a home. So, and if you're coming from New York City, it doesn't matter. If you're buying the home down here, welcome to rural. So yeah, it's actually a really great program. It's basically the same stipulations as a conventional mortgage. Oh, good. So yeah, very, very similar to, I mean, it is still financed from the government kind of thing, but same as FHA, VA, all of that. It's a government loan. But it's not like VA. VA has a very, very separate set of guidelines, and that's a veteran's benefit. This is a benefit for essentially farmers, even if you're in the suburbs here. It's crazy because one of the most expensive subdivisions in Ocala, it's like Millionaire Row, if you want to call it that, is the Golden Ocala subdivision, and that is actually still qualifies for USDA. I don't think that the people that live there would actually qualify for a USDA loan because I think they make too much money. But yeah, and I think if it's two people in a household, I think she's saying, I think it's like $91,000 if you make that or more. But if you have a child, so let's say there's 3 people in a household, well, then it's going to go up even more. So it really just depends on where you're at and everything. But I mean, it's a pretty high limit. So, and then USDA, you can actually stack a grant or closing cost assistance programs and stuff like that on top of it. So not only do you have the USDA loan, which is no money down, but then you can do a secondary assistance program and put that on top of it. You can literally, I've gone to the closing table, the buyer got a check at the closing table. I've gone to the closing table and they owed $45 one time. And that was one of the few times I've actually seen a closing where the title agent was like, yeah, cash is fine. Normally they don't do cash, but it was like for such a small, ridiculous amount. She's like, I think you're good. But yeah, normally they don't. Normally you cannot walk into a closing with a brown paper bag full of cash. So that was like, no. But yeah, it was crazy. $45 and they bought a house. It was a nice house too. I'm sure it's worth a lot more than it was 5 years ago, but anyway. I love chocolate. Is there many 2 to 4 acres lots around? Yeah. All over. I know once, I mean, it depends what you want to do with it. If you're wanting like land to have horses, that would probably be 2 to 4 acres, you know, well, horses, let's see. Normally you have to have about an acre, acre and a half per horse, depending on how many outbuildings you have or how big your house is or whatever. I would say at least, at the very least, an acre per horse. But anyway, so it just depends on what you want to do with it. 4 acres, that's, you know, that's a lot of land. Keep in mind, if you have 10 acres or more, you get a huge tax benefit because it's, you know, agricultural farming kind of thing. Any gated communities in Ocala? Yeah. Are you wanting like all ages or just 55 plus, or what are you wanting to do? I mean, we've got both, but we got huge ones being built right now. I just love, this is so nice and warm. I'm not cold. I just feel like I should be. It's like a mental trip. Weird. Okay. All ages. You can do, well, one of the biggest ones being built right now. You're welcome, Tim. Call me if you want details. I mean, if you're going into like personal stuff, I'm going to be like, you might not want to have that question on the internet. I don't bite. You can call me. I'm just a realtor. But yeah, for all ages communities, Calessa is the one that's really coming in. That's huge. It's 5,000 houses. They're going to have schools built there. I mean, it's just starting and they've only got, I don't know, maybe a dozen houses. That one is going to have 22 miles of walking paths, especially for like the kids. They don't want the kids to cross any major roads. So they've got tunnels going under with bridges. It's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful already. They've got flowers like everywhere. Every blade of grass is like pristine. It's just crazy. But anyway, so yeah, that one's a major one. That will be gated, except for the main roads going through the subdivision. But you know, the houses will all be gated. Then there is, let me think, Saddle Creek. Wait, Windchase Townhomes, whatever. It's just off of 200. I'm terrible with that. There's like Cimarron. There's different portions of it. Some of it's townhomes, some of it's regular houses, 2-story house, all of that's in there. They have like little dog parks and stuff. And then some of that is gated as well. Another one is Brookhaven. That's a D.R. Horton subdivision. And there's quite a few that are all ages that are gated communities. So yeah, quite a few. There's a few new ones coming in. There's some that have been there for a couple years or some that have been there for a couple decades. So it just depends on what you're looking for. Dalton Woods is one that is all ages. And I think each house has an acre. So yeah, just depends what you're looking for. Golden Ocala, that's one. That's all sorts. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I would say anybody that's considering Ocala, if you're thinking about moving here, I would definitely recommend just come down for a visit. I mean, have a long weekend or something like that. I would be happy to meet with you. Just come down and check out the area. Do something fun. There's plenty of stuff to do. Not this weekend because it's freaking cold, but I'm sure there's like stuff going on, but I ain't going. It's gonna be like deserted streets tomorrow. Ain't nobody going outside. It's too cold. So we're pathetic. I know, it's okay. Anyway, but yeah, normally there's lots of stuff to do on the weekends and stuff. Next weekend, I'm sure everybody's gonna be out and about. They're probably all gonna be at Tuscaloosa Park. You know, they'll be out and about. So there's plenty of stuff to do even in the winter. So yeah, highly, highly recommend. Come down, have a long weekend, enjoy the nice warmer weather that's normally here. You know, go camping. This is the time you would want to go camping in Florida. It's gorgeous outside. I don't know, just come kayaking and whatever. The manatees are all up in the springs and stuff, so you can go swim with the manatees. It's again cold, but not like up north cold, so I think the water temperature doesn't change for us because it's artesian springs. We have natural artesian springs all through Marion County. So yeah, you'll go you'll go in there and it doesn't matter if it's the hottest day of the year or if it is the coldest day of the year. The water temperature doesn't change. It's like coming up from the ground. So it's always, I think it's like 73 degrees year round. On a hot day, it feels great. On a cold day, it really doesn't. It's always chilled, slightly chilled. So, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. You know, kayaking and stuff like that. Stay in the boat, you'll be great. And you know, they actually have these really cool things I want to try called clear kayaks. And they're basically like made out of lucite or something. So you can like kayak, you'd be kayaking right over top of like manatee and you can see right down there and see everything in the springs because the springs are crystal clear. It doesn't matter if it's 30 feet deep, 60 feet deep, you can see the grains of sand on the bottom of the river, of the springs anyway. So yeah, crazy, absolutely crazy. But yeah, really beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But if you actually want to go swim with them, I would recommend a wetsuit. It's cold. Yes, that is what I do. Yeah, if you want land, it really just depends on what you're looking for. If you want like an acre and a quarter, just, you know, a little bit, you know, maybe to garden, have a couple chickens, whatever. There is a subdivision called Rolling Hills. You cannot do mobile homes or manufactured homes. It has to be site built. It's not gated. It's very rural, but it's kind of only like 15 minutes from everything. I absolutely love this subdivision. And it's really not gotten the popularity that I think it's about to, but you can still get one of those lots of land for about $25,000 to $30,000. As long as it's on like just off the paved road and on one of the dirt roads. If it's on a paved road, then it's gonna be like 50 to 60,000, but that's still not bad. It's over an acre. That I think is pretty cool. So yeah, build a house. I normally recommend for custom builds. I love Triple Crown. Triple Crown is awesome. I'd be happy to throw you the information. But yeah, they're just phenomenal builders. I love their houses and they're really reasonable with their prices for what they build. So yeah, there's other builders as well, of course, that I would recommend, but you know, there's some that I really, really recommend as well. So yeah. It's so weird not like I'm conversing with all you guys, but I can't see you. You can only see me. You can see me in my lawman shirt. Technically, this was one that I got for my teenage daughter, and I never saw her wear it. I thought it was adorable. I thought it was so cute and so funny. And then I saw it in the Goodwill bin, well, you know, to donate to charity. And I'm like, she didn't even wear that once. I went and I'm like, I wonder if I can fit it. Yeah. So I'm going to keep it for myself. Then she saw me with it the other day and she's like, hey, that's my shirt. And I'm like, nope, nope, nope. You gave it away. It's mine. I like this shirt. It's mine. She's like, and I think now she's going to steal it back. So we might just keep playing this for a while, but I think it's adorable. And so I'm going to wear it in whatever. She can just get happy. So yeah, this is my Lawman shirt. They're just, especially teenage girls, they get so weird about their clothes. She used to wear whatever I gave her. Now, not so much. Now she's like so picky about stuff. Unless I wear it and then she wants to steal it. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll just, instead of giving her clothes, I'll just wear them and then have her steal them. And it'll be basically the same thing. I don't know. Whatever. I'll take her to the store to go and buy clothes. She don't pick nothing out, but whatever. So, I don't know. Have any of you guys actually been to Ocala? Like, visited? Or have you been to Florida? Especially in the winter? I don't know if you've been here before or not. I personally love it here. I absolutely love it. And I have the joy of sharing it with you guys. I have never been to Ocala, but I've been to Tampa and I love it. Okay, cool. Nope. All right, Mel. Welcome to Ocala. Yeah, Tampa has really, really grown. It's probably one of the hottest real estate markets, and it has been for quite a while here. But yeah. Can you tell me if the Bellevue area is prone to sinkholes? It's not an area that I would say is prone to sinkholes. Been to Florida a million times, but never Ocala. We're here, I promise. In fact, you've probably driven through here if you were on I-75. We have like 3 or 4 of the exits. So 4, I think. Yes. Oh, okay. Well, we at least have one that's been to Ocala. Yeah, no, Bellevue is not an area that I would think is prone to sinkholes. It's pretty rare, actually. Visited Kissimmee, Florida for the first time last year. Wait, Kissimmee is very different. It's very, very different. Oh, I think so too, Tim. I think Ocala is absolutely gorgeous. I just, sometimes I'll be driving, I'll come across a corner and I'm just like, wow, it's just so beautiful. You have like horses out there and rolling hills and green grass and these beautiful oak trees with all the sphagnum moss coming down. And it's like, I am so incredibly lucky that I live in a place like this. It's so gorgeous. How good is Marion Oaks? Is it safe? What are the houses like? Oh, Marion Oaks has changed so much. Like, so much. And it's still changing. Like, before it was like this huge, huge area and like some older homes in the middle and a couple of newer houses. And then that was it for like 15, 20 years. Now it's this huge, like every block, I am not exaggerating. Every block there is a new house being built over there. I don't know what Marion Oaks is going to turn into. I don't even know what it is right now. It's a massive construction site is what it is. It is a crazy amount of houses being built. So I don't know what it's going to turn into. It's almost a city unto itself. Oh, he's currently in Florida. He's a truck driver. I'm just reading from Mel. That's funny. Welcome to Florida. So he drove through here probably. The east coast of Florida. Okay, so if you go to Ormond in the east coast, then you take 40 all the way across and there's Ocala. There's no stops, no turns. You're just 40 from Ormond. So, because I know it in reverse when we go to the beach. So, you just start in Ocala, drive on Highway 40 all the way across. It's completely boring. It's a bunch of trees. That's it. There is nothing but trees. You drive all the way through the Ocala National Forest and then you stop when you hit the water. Like literally you can park right there on the beach. It's when you hit the water. So Ocala 40 to water. So yeah, it takes about, I don't know, an hour and 15 minutes, depending on traffic, maybe an hour and 20 minutes to get to the Ormond Beach. We like that one because you can park right there, and then the natural beach is on the other side, so nobody can drive where you're hanging out. Would you recommend Bellevue area? Is that place a good place? I like Bellevue. They just did a whole bunch of murals over there. There's an artist. I forgot his name. That's so bad. But I'm about to do video with him and show his murals. But they just did, the city of Ocala just did a bunch of murals, and they're really putting a lot of money and effort into their downtown Bellevue area and the park and stuff. And so that's good. Lake Lillian really was kind of falling apart there for a while, but Bellevue is kind of, it's an old town. Like if you go over to Lake Lillian, there's a really good chance you're going to find arrowheads and stuff, because that was the place where a lot of the tribes would trade and, you know, stop, and that was like a resting spot for a lot of the Native Americans. So it is an old town. It was like a trading post kind of thing. It really kind of had its heyday more in like the 1980s was the last time it really had any kind of changes made to it. It just kind of stopped in the 80s. So a lot of it still kind of looks like, hello, 1980. That's changing. They just got a Advent Health emergency room hospital type thing that just got built like right in downtown Bellevue. And that's changing. I've seen a lot of the buildings are really getting rehabbed and stuff. And so yeah, it's definitely changing, and I think it's changing for the better. So you can still get a pretty good real estate deal though, because it still has a lot of those older homes. There is a D.R. Horton community, and I think there's 2 more subdivisions that got approved in Bellevue recently too. It's like right on the border of Bellevue and Summerfield. It's a nice town. I mean, it's like in between the villages in Ocala. So, I mean, as far as work and stuff, you'll never have to worry about that. The schools are actually really pretty good. So, yeah, really appreciate the video. Aw, thank you. I'm glad you watched my videos. Thank you. I'm glad they helped. But yeah, so let's see. I know I missed a video. Okay, there we go. So that's the Bellevue area. How long does it take you to get to the beach? About an hour and 15, maybe an hour and 20 minutes, depends. What else? Been renting a house in, okay. I love Ocala. Was there scouting? I'm already selling to go to Ocala. Well, welcome. So you were down here scouting out Ocala. I think it's a neat place. I don't know. For a while it was mostly older people, and that was just about it. And now it's really opened up to a lot more families are living here. You can definitely tell because our schools, we've got so many kids in the schools now and stuff. Excuse me. So they're building more schools, which is great. I'm kind of excited about that. But yeah, no, I like Bellevue. I would live there. I'm from Jersey. Welcome. I won't hold it against you. I'm cool. Really appreciate the video. Oh, Sharni's videos. Yes. Especially the water. Sharni is awesome. She's so classy and so dignified. Her and one of my other, Maddie, oh my goodness. Do you guys watch Maddie's channel? She mostly does stuff on her channel. She doesn't really do too much on mine. She kind of started on mine and then went over that way. Gotta go stoke the fire. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for watching. 87 to 92. Now I live in... If you live in Wisconsin, I'm pretty sure that the temperatures are much cooler than up there. The underground water cave. That sounds like my worst nightmare come to pass. I don't... Underwater cave? Oh, you're talking about Devil's Den. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. That's... Yeah, it literally is a cave with water in it. It's... Yeah, and then it's got springs and stuff and fish and... Yeah, and turtles. Yeah, that was cool. there are underwater caves. Like you literally dive into the water, like diving apparatus and everything, and there's caves all in there. That freaks me right out. So I can do Devil's Den, no problem. But yeah, those other like really scary caves, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, I have actually thought about getting my diver's license just because there's so many amazing opportunities for diving. And, you know, it gets frustrating because, you know, I really want to like go down and like swim with the manatees and really enjoy underwater. But, you know, I got to breathe too. So snorkeling works okay. But yeah, I'm actually thinking about getting my diver's license just to really, you know, the rivers and the lakes and all of it is just, I think it would really be awesome to really go in and explore and see that. But I don't think I'm ever going to be a cave diver. That just, a Devil's Den, cool, no problem. You know, that's pretty open area, really big, huge open area cave. But the rest of it, no. Some major employers in Ocala. Oh my goodness. We've got Amazon, Lockheed Martin, and I know they just got a big, huge contract for some kind of thing on jets. Let's see. Chewy, AutoZone. We have a huge distribution center. We've got a Costco distribution center. We have 5 million square feet of distribution centers and industrial are currently being built. I don't think we have tenants for those yet, but I have a good idea that it's probably going to be Amazon for other Amazon distribution centers. So, Dollar Tree distribution center, they just completed, I think, phase 1, which is like over 1 million square feet in their building. But they're building another 14-story building as well. But that's just underway. They just started on that. I think they may be done with the foundation. I don't know. Oh, good grief. There's so many. There's so many. E1, I don't want to forget E1. They make ambulances, for all over the world. So I think it's emergency one, but they call it E1. Oh my God. I'm going to have people mad at me because I'm forgetting all the really big manufacturers and distribution centers and stuff, but there's a lot of them. Rainy, I know they're another one. Oh, good grief. There's so many. There's a lot of huge, let's see, Chewy. Oh, FedEx. We've got a big FedEx distribution center because we have I-75 like right through Ocala. So we have a lot of distribution centers, not only already, but that are also coming in. Oh, the World Equestrian Center. Is this an online dating live stream? No, I don't know who you'd be dating. Is that a thing? How about hospitals and nursing homes? I mean, oh, this is Florida. Everybody retires to Florida. Yeah, we need RNs and nursing. We've had Advent Health is probably the largest employer right now. They are building, not just they have like this big, huge hospital downtown, but they're actually building these smaller emergency room, like, you know, maybe 12 beds, 15 beds, and then Shands is actually building 135 unit hospital just off of I-75 north of town. It's, you know, north in town, but in Ocala. That they haven't even broken ground on yet, but I know that's coming. Oh my goodness, the VA, we just got a brand new VA clinic. It is not open yet. It looks to be the size of a hospital, but they call it a clinic. I don't know what the difference is, but they have a big, huge VA clinic. They've got, we have multiple hospitals. We've got West Marion, Advent Health, ORMC. I don't know. There's several. There's a lot. If you have a nursing degree, you will have no problem finding work in Ocala. at all. Like at all. I actually heard hospice is actually one of the best places to work for the benefits and stuff is just absolutely amazing. Even like I think they offer benefits or part-time. I don't know. You'd have to confirm that with them, but I've heard from other people that it's like an amazing place to work. You know, as far as how great they are to their employees and stuff. So it's an idea. We also have a lot of traveling nurses and stuff too. So if you're into home health at all, that's definitely an option. Oh. If your mom is a CNA, I would probably look at Advent Health because they're doing like job fairs and stuff like crazy right now because they've expanded so much. I'm really hoping they build a hospital in or the emergency room type in Denellen. I think that would be really cool. So maybe that'll be one of the options that they go to. But I think they have on Highway 200, which is like our office is just off of 200. And that's where a lot of like the mall is, the outdoor mall. That's I-75. That's like the main thoroughfare for our town is 200. It's where CF is, our college. But yeah, they built like 3 of those on there. And there's already a hospital called West Marion there. So I'm like, why do we need so many? But I mean, that is where a lot of the traffic and that's where a lot of, you know, the restaurants. I mean, if you're going to, you know, have an accident in a restaurant or something, it'll probably be over in there. So I guess if that's where it is. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, go on to Advent Health. And just put in Ocala and you'll probably have just a whole slew of jobs open up for you. But yeah, there's a lot of private practices and stuff as well that are always looking. And if you go down into the villages, yeah, there's a lot. Do not feed the monkeys. Oh my goodness, you guys, leave the wildlife alone. It's not the Rhesus peanut. They're rhesus monkeys. It's RHESUS, I think. I don't know. Anyway, so the monkeys, they're about the size of cats. They're very small. People go out and like try and feed them or try and get a rise out of them. And then they film it when the monkeys come and like, you know, try and protect themselves and stuff. Leave the monkeys alone. It's like the alligators. They're fine. We don't bother them. They don't bother us. But we also don't feed them. You don't really want them thinking of you in any way about food, like any other wild animals. I hate to tell you guys this. I really do. But we have bears and wild boar as well. Why would you? They do all the time. They feed them grapes and stuff, and they try and hand feed the monkeys. Leave the monkeys alone. This isn't Disney World. They're real monkeys. They're wild monkeys. Leave them alone. It's like squirrels or raccoons. It's not going to end well if you try to hand feed the wildlife. It's not a good plan. So they don't know how to they're wild. Let them be wild alone. Away. I mean, you can go to like Silver Springs. You can get in for like $2. I mean, it's nothing. It's a state park at this point. And then I think the boat ride, it has a glass bottom boat to show you the springs. It's like $10 or something. So you go on that and you can see all of the springs and you can see all of the alligators and sometimes the manatees and stuff. And it's beautiful. All the fish, and they tell you all about the springs and everything. But a lot of times you'll also see the monkeys going by on, you know, on one of the side parts. So I've done a video on that. I was just sitting on the glass bottom boat and they're like, hey, there goes the monkeys. And I'm like, and I mean, but they had all of their babies with them and everything. There's no way I would approach a wild animal that has young with it. Not a good idea. Wild boar? Yeah, there's wild boar here. Retired computer techs after drinking too much. No. It's really interesting to see this. I just missed a comment about you guys are in the Jaja Boyd. My wife and I love watching your YouTube channel. We're in the Virgin Islands. That is so cool. I used to live in Puerto Rico for about 4 or 5 years. We would visit the Virgin Islands, but I haven't, let's see, I think I haven't been there in about, well, since before the 2020 epidemic. Pandemic. So yeah, but yeah. So I was gonna. My daughter told me that it was wrong to put it on because I was going to show you guys what the most dangerous wildlife in Florida. I checked all the statistics. And the most dangerous wildlife in all of Florida, most deadly. It's what's going to kill you most likely, like way off the charts, more than sharks, alligators, wild boar, bears, all of it combined. And she's like, you can't do it. And I was like, why? She goes, because it's clickbait. And I'm like, it's not clickbait. It's the truth. And she's like, yeah, no. You guys know what would kill you here in Florida? Bees. If somebody's allergic to a bee, I guess that is the most, that's like the highest, yeah, bees. Go figure, right? Everybody's always so worried about the alligators. Alligators, there's like nothing. There's like one person in Marion County ever that has actually died by an alligator attack. And we go swimming with them all the time. So, I mean, like on the daily. There's probably some crazy person that's going to be swimming in cold water tomorrow. Ah, that's a good question. Can you be honest? It's not conducive for me to lie, because if you're going to be miserable, you're going to hold it against me. I think I've heard that before. It's true. It's totally true. So I always wonder why people are like, oh, you have to say that. You're a realtor. No, I don't have to do anything. No, if you, oh yeah, I would definitely visit Silver Springs. It's cool. It's really pretty. If you're going to Disney all the time, it's awesome. If you want to live over there, go for it. Have fun. I absolutely love Disney. I go there recently, not as much because my kids got spoiled on it. We were going so often. We have they have this thing for Florida residents. There's a lot of discounts for Florida residents for Disney. And so we were getting we had the annual passes, and it was for like weekdays, and so, 'cause I don't want to go on the weekends. I don't want to go in the middle of summer because it's hot, like way hot. I don't want to go on the holidays because it's packed. Basically, it's for the off times, which is great for us because that's when we want to go anyway. So when the kids would have like a teacher work day or something like that, we're like, let's go blitz over to Disney. To get to Disney World from my driveway to Disney World, it's 1 hour and 6 minutes. Trust me, I've timed it. From my driveway to that parking lot, 1 hour and 6 minutes. I personally don't think it's that bad. We don't stay at Disney World. We go over there for the day, the same as you would go to a park across the county or something. It's like, you know, it's not that big a deal. So we jump on the turnpike, go over there. It's a straight shot. We go for the day. We enjoy it. We take the boat ride home. We watch the fireworks. It's awesome. We spend the whole day there. It's actually pretty inexpensive because, you know, you have free ice water everywhere you go. Maybe you get a meal before you go in, and then you eat a meal there. You can, most people don't know this, you can actually bring food into Disney. Yeah, y'all didn't know that, did you? So when my kids were little, I mean, it was peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I'd freeze them, put them in their individual packs, then I would take them in there. She's a hardcore Disney person. Okay, so for me to go to Disney, I am a hardcore, I know all the hacks, okay? I actually got in trouble from Disney. They were mad at me because you know the little watches, or not, they weren't watches, but they're like the fast passes. Okay, so sometimes it wasn't like my husband would be working, or Michael, our son, would be in school, and so, you know, it'd be just me and Lexi. And of course, I'm like, you know, let's go. Dress in your dress. Let's, you know, get over there. Well, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, well, just because they don't go, I'm still paying for the fast passes. So I should be able to use the fast passes, right? They didn't like that. Anyway, it worked. It did work for about 3 or 4 visits. So I would actually get all the fast passes on all 4 bracelets. And then Lexi and I would just switch them out. So it would go. But yeah, they they didn't like that. Disney sent me an email. That's not good. But yeah, so yeah, we would go and like double everything. Yes. Yeah, no, definitely. If you're a Florida resident, I would do the silver pass, and I definitely think it's worth it. I think it was like, I don't know, 10, 15 bucks per person per month, and the price of one ticket to start it. So it was like $89, something like that, maybe 100 bucks at this point. It's gone up, obviously. 100 bucks and then like $10, $15 a month per pass. So yeah, it is expensive, but we used it a lot, and we used it like, oh man, we probably went, and it's all 4 parks. It's not just one park. You can go to all 4 parks. You can go to 2 parks in a day. It doesn't matter. They don't care. So for us, because we used it as a large form of our entertainment, and a lot of our entertainment budget went to that, it worked for us. Up until the kids were like, let's go to Disney. And they were like, let's just watch TV. We're like, why are we paying for these passes? These kids are so spoiled. I was like, people pay tens of thousands of dollars to go to Disney, and you're like, meh, maybe next time. So we canceled it. And then as soon as we canceled it, the next month, everybody was in quarantine. It was weird. Ours ended in February, and then in March of 2020 is when everything went down. So we're like, well, that was some good timing. But we've had it for years. Our kids have grown up at Disney. So even though we live in Ocala, we do Disney. I can show you a bazillion pictures of Disney. We go with our friends. Everybody has Disney passes, like everybody. It got bad because our son actually sang for Disney. A lot of the high school kids and the choirs and stuff, they will sing at Disney for different events, and you don't get paid for it. What you get is a Disney pass, which sounds really great, right? Wow, a free Disney pass. It's good for a year. The problem is all of his friends already have annual passes. He had an annual pass. Who cares about a Disney pass? We couldn't give that thing away. It's like, what do we do with this? So normally he'd wait until the absolute last second and then drag somebody to Disney on a Saturday or something, because he's like, well, you know, we'll use it on a Saturday. Because it was also, all of his friends were also singing with him, so they all had passes. Like, I don't know, go every week. I have no idea. So yeah, you will have opportunities for that stuff too. Normally you'll end up with a friend that works at Disney, or is a family member of somebody that works at Disney. Going to Disney, especially here in Ocala, is not a big deal. The other thing is, it's expensive to live over there. It's expensive to eat over there. All of it. The prices for real estate over there are almost exactly double for what you can buy in Ocala. For me, I'd rather just do the drive to Disney once or twice a month. I'm cool with that. It is, the real estate in Orlando is crazy expensive. The traffic is insane. I'm happy. I'm happy with the decision we made to live in Ocala and visit Disney instead of living in Orlando, because you know what? With the traffic over there, it's probably going to take you an hour to get there anyway. All right. Getting off that. No, I had chocolate, and I'm not supposed to drink chocolate after 4 p.m. because I get a little too crazy. But also the idea of going to Disney is just really exciting. No, I had water. I went to an event. I had water. I like, my husband tells me that too. He says I laugh too loud. If you're going to do something loud, shouldn't it be laughing? Like, that makes no sense to me. Anyway, all right, I will try to. Okay. Citra. Let's see. I really want to go to Disney. Let's see. What do I think about Citra? Let's see. There's not a whole lot in Citra. It's not like, okay, there's like a city, and it is a lot of horses, a lot of land, a lot of pastures, not a lot of much of anything else. There's not, what do you want to know about Citra? It's basically an in-between between here and Gainesville. That's about, I mean, it's not like there's a whole huge, I can think, okay, somebody is crazy. Anyway, no, there's just not a lot out there. That's basically, the north side of town is basically all, there's a lot of horses out there. But it is nice because, like I said, you'd have the choice of, whoops, you have the choice of living in Citra and then you can work in Ocala or you can work in Gainesville. So for that, the location is awesome. For shopping and stuff like that, you're going to be going to Gainesville or Ocala. There's not a whole heck of a lot out in Citra at all. Like, at all. It's beautiful. It's miles and miles and miles of rolling hills and horse pastures. Of course we do walk-in. Our office hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Is it growing? Is it worth buying there? All of Marion County is growing right now. There's not one place where I'm like, nope, well, that's not true. The Ocala National Forest is still the forest. Like, that's not growing. I can't see a whole bunch of growth going on out there. Everything else, yeah. So, yeah, Citra, absolutely. I think eventually, in the years to come, it's going to be like a metro of Ocala. More and more is going to go out in that direction. Excuse me, especially with the World Equestrian Center coming into the north side of town and everything. Yeah. So yeah, it'll grow. Yeah, I would definitely buy out there. Is it where I want to live? No, I prefer the southwest section, but you know. Can you repeat the hospital name? Sure. Advent Health. Advent Health. Advent Health. They are building gobs of hospitals and all sorts of stuff, and they do a lot of job fairs. If not there, try West Marion. Okay. I don't know what that means. But yeah, West Marion Hospital or Advent Health would both be good. I want peace and quiet. Well, that's pretty much all of Ocala. This is, well, yeah, no. Like right now, if I tried to even go to a Publix, it's 8:50 at night. First off, the Publix is probably going to be closed in 10 minutes. Oh, yeah. There's really, I mean, you could go downtown Ocala, but there's not going to be any traffic out there. 8 o'clock at night, it's pretty quiet. You're going to have to go to like downtown Ocala right now. Downtown on the square, and there would be some stuff, maybe some of the restaurants, but there's not a lot going on right now. And it's a Friday night, so that's pretty sad, but it's just true. This is not a party town. If you want to go and do that, that's great. You go over to Orlando, stay for the weekend, get it all out of your system, then come back home where it's nice and calm and peaceful. That's what we do. I've almost finished my chocolate. It needs to have rum in it. That would be good. Is the Villages a good place to party? That is so many questions. Okay, so the Villages is an entire city. In case you guys don't know, it's an entire city of people that are only 55 and over. If you are under 55, you cannot live in the Villages. And this place is huge. It's the population there, I think, has exceeded Ocala. It's always been kind of neck and neck. I will say that the rumors about the Villages are true. It has the highest STD rate in the nation because they don't really care. They're not really worried about getting pregnant or anything. So, there's that. But is it everybody like that? No. No, of course not. But there are some very serious partiers down there. So there's that. There are some really fun places to go that are, family friendly kind of places where, like Sumter Landing. My husband and I love to go to Sumter Landing. It also going to, I think they call it Brownwood. That's like the new section over there. They've amazing shopping, amazing restaurants. You go to any of the town squares on like Friday and Saturday night, and they have live music and dancing or a DJ or whatever right there in the town square. It's absolutely amazing. You can sit there and dance with your kids and stuff, and everybody's got their grandkids and stuff there, and you know, that's where the family comes to visit and stuff like that. You can visit the villages. You cannot stay there if you are under 55. So very interesting place. It's just, as far as sociological experiments go, it is just fascinating to me. The entire place looks like Disney World for 55 and older. It honestly does. So, yeah, it really is. It's just a really unique place. Very, very, very interesting place. But yeah, I mean, we go down, for restaurants, they have one restaurant where the waiters and the hostess and everybody, they're all like musicians as far as like singing. They will break into an opera while they're serving food. Like all of the servers sing. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Anything you can imagine, it's there. The entertainment and stuff is off the charts awesome. They've got theaters. They've got, I mean, just anything and everything. It's down there. So yeah, as far as a place to party, yeah, absolutely. You know, they've always got something going on. It really is. It's a unique place. So we go down there to visit. Would I live there? It's not really for me. It's still essentially a homeowners association. I mean, really. So it's a gigantic homeowners association, but I'm not one of those people that are really thrilled with like other people telling me, you know, how tall my grass could be. Like if you came over with a measuring stick to my grass that I bought and paid for, it wouldn't go well. I just can't do it. I'm just way too free-spirited, I guess, for that. So it doesn't work very well. Or maybe I'm just stubborn or opinion. I don't know. I have no idea. I just don't think it would go well. So while we do have an HOA here, it's a very minimal HOA that we live in. It's like $9 a month, and it's essentially just don't park on your lawn kind of HOA. So it's just completely different. So I'm okay with that. But the HOA down in the villages, they're like hardcore, like really hardcore. So, you know, I don't think I would do very well living there. But it's cool. It's absolutely beautiful. And they have all the amenities under the sun. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm okay. Like I said, I'm okay with ours. It's like $9 a month. I mean, and I don't really want my neighbors parking on the lawn either. So, you know, again, I'm okay with it. But, yeah, I think some HOAs just go way too far. And some people like that. Some people want gated communities because they feel secure. For me, living in a gated community, it makes me feel like I'm in jail or something. It's just your perception and your mindset. And maybe it's a different point in life. You know, if I was older and if I wasn't married, I might not feel bad. No, $9 isn't bad at all. But, you know, maybe it's just the level of safety I have here. Here in my, you know, in my neighborhood, all my neighbors know us. They all know, you know, they know us. We talk to them. I mean, we know each other. You know, if somebody like pulled up to my house and started trying to like steal something out of my house, my neighbors would be like on it, you know. Same thing for them. I'm going to keep an eye on their house too. If I saw somebody like, I'd be like, hello, what are you doing? So, you know, it's just different. So I feel safe in my neighborhood. But, you know, others, if you want like that extra level and you just want, you know, guard and gate, cool, awesome. But it's not for me. So is there anything wrong with it? No, absolutely not. It's whatever you feel that you need at home. And that's the whole point. It's your home. So yeah, I don't sell my house to everybody. I sell houses, their house, their preference, and everybody's needs are unique, which makes every experience unique, which is really, really enjoyable. If everybody wanted the same thing, it would be a really boring job, which it's not. So, Oh my goodness, I've been talking for an hour. I'm going to go and find out what my family is doing. I think my daughter is binge watching Gilmore Girls. Yeah, I thought that was over in the 2000s, and nope, she's binge watching Gilmore Girls. But I'm gonna go catch up with them. You guys have a fantastic Friday night. Thank you so much for asking questions and chit-chatting with me and putting up with my hyperactivity from the hot cocoa. And hopefully I'll talk to you later. I will see, that's not bad, $67 a month, but it also covers everything, so that's good. Yes, I will try to do this more often. Absolutely. Aw, I'll take that as a compliment. If I'm gonna be on here, it's definitely gonna be on Friday nights. I'm trying to set it up so I can do these. Thank you. So I can do these once a week. So right now it's on Fridays, but I'm probably going to change it to like a midweek day. That might be a little bit easier. And I'm hoping that I can have that as a weekly thing. So thanks again for watching, you guys. I appreciate it, really. Bye.